And the other option that is also available with a premium membership is you can import questions from an existing quiz that you already have. And this could be very handy if you do already have a database of quizzes on hand, so you don't have to go through and retype them all out. Down here in this field, we can type various tags, and this will just help when people are searching on ProProfs for quizzes in their specific field. So some tags that I would go ahead and incorporate are video production, media, frames per second, camera, photography, and tripod. And from here, we can go ahead and select a category that this would fall under, which I think this would be good for K-12 education or also computers and tech. I'm going to go ahead and go with K-12 education. Now from here, you simply save and go to the next step. And now it brings up a list of settings that we can edit for the quiz. I like making my quizzes worth 100 since it's an easy number to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that at 100, but if you wanted to bring it down to 20, that would be fine too, or 50, or whatever works for you in your particular situation. We can also allot a time the student has in order to finish the quiz. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and do no time limit, but in a lot of cases, I would probably keep it to an hour or under. And also right here with a premium upgrade, we can select to have the quiz available only on certain times and dates. This would ensure that the students are not rushing ahead with the material and that they have a deadline they must meet to take the quiz. But we're going to go ahead and leave it at always since we are at a free account. And down here you can see there's a results section, and we could do a pass or fail. We could select it to be letter grading, poor to excellent, or we could customize our own. I'm going to go ahead and put letter grading. And this is a scale that they gave us here. 90% to 100% they receive an A, 80 to 89 a B, 70 to 79 a C, 55 to 69 D, 0 to 54 is an F. This fits my particular grading scale and the way I work, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it at that. You can also go down to order of questions. You could do random, or you could do set predetermined order, and you can also go in here to reorder them. Random is nice to have just to ensure that students aren't getting the same quiz and they are in different orders, so that way it makes it a little harder for them to cheat if that's what they're trying to do. And from here, we could also do something called question pooling. So let's say I had 50 questions in my pool. I could choose to select any amount of those questions, so it's pulling from a different pool. This will also ensure that the students are receiving different quizzes, which will make it much harder for them to cheat. And lastly, down here, under a premium upgrade, we could also allot a number of attempts the student is allowed. But for now, since we are with the free membership, we're going to have to leave that out. The last section here, before we get to go on to the quiz, is presentation. And we could select to have one question per page, or if we had the premium account, we could do all questions on one page. And from here we could do reveal answers instantly after each question, which will show the correct answer after they submit each question. Could also do a quiz header, which we could go ahead and add, and we'll do digital media productions 2. We'll go ahead and we'll make that bold. And if we did have the premium upgrade, we could show what the quiz takers would see at the end of the quiz. Could do some kind of report or certificate to show that they have passed. But that's an option we're going to have to skip for now, as we are under the free account. From here, now that we're done, we can go ahead and click Save. Or we could go to Quiz. But let's just save it for now, just to be safe. Settings have been saved, and now it prompts us, I am done changing settings, or continue to edit settings. We're done, so we're going to go ahead and click I am done. And now it brings us to our account that we saw right when we first logged in. We can look at my quizzes again, quizzes I took, public profile, my account. And now you notice there's a new area down here under my quizzes, and it's the quiz that we created, video camera basics. And we could preview this quiz, we can email, we can make a link to it, or we can embed it within a website or print the quiz. It also has a Facebook and Twitter option, which I find pretty handy. Also over here, we could change this to a draft or activated if it's something that we don't want to have public yet. From down here, if we want to make some changes, say for the following year, we can edit questions, we can add some or change them around, and we can also edit the settings at any time. Down here, we could see reports and attempts, and we could see who took it and how they did, and we could also check a stats across all the quiz attempts. And down here it shows us last modified and the most recent attempt. Since we have no attempts yet, it's not going to show up. So why don't we go ahead and preview the quiz to see what we did. So if you look here, we enter the preview quiz, and now that we're taking it, this is what it will look like. What are the 3 different types of media used in a video camera today? So we'll go ahead and we'll select the wrong answer just so we could view our reports. Next. Wrong. Right there it prompts you and lets you know that you're wrong, but it's saved so there is no going back. Go down here and click next question. What is the most common frame rate used for video production? 24 frames per second. Next. Correct. Next question. True slow motion videography is shot at 60 frames per second. This is also called overcranking. We'll say true. Correct. Next question. This is fill in the blank. You can see the area down here where you would actually fill in the blank. And it gives you a hint that it is 2 words. You need to have a blank on the bottom of your camera in order to attach it to a tripod. Why don't we go ahead and say ball plate. Wrong. Correct answers. Next question. In your own words, please tell me what your favorite part of video production is. I love directing and producing video productions. Next. And that's something that would be graded and approved by me, as there is no real correct answer. We go ahead and hit next, and it takes us to the end of our quiz. And it shows I got 40 out of 100 in quiz video camera basics. And this is something I could share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, print, email, or embed on my blog or website. And this also shows my grade, which comes up as an F since I have a 40%. And it will show a quick report of which ones I got wrong and what the questions were. And now we can go back into our account. We can look at my quizzes, and we can see there's been 1 attempt. And we could look at reports and attempts or stats. Go ahead and click reports and attempts, and it shows that it was a guest username since I did not log in, 40%, and a score of 40. And we could do the score report, and it also shows the IP address, which is also good for detecting if kids seem to be cheating. And this just shows me the same report that I actually got to see right after I took the quiz. And that's pretty much a basic rundown of ProProfs. Thank you so much for watching our interactive tutorial. Signing off, Andrew Connor, Joe Gallinaugh, John Warra, and Tracy Whipkey. Thanks again.